What is up? What's good, fam? It's your boys, aka Gamma. I'm back at you. Hey, we got a lot to talk about today. I guess I'm still using two monitors for everything, and especially seeing the screen because of the fact the screen on my laptop is broken, so I have to use that to hook up into a monitor. Let's turn this down. But we have so much to talk about, and you might want to stick around because we're going to get into trending topics about YouTube, fashion, TikToks. Like, we don't even talk some sports about. Come on now, what's going on with the Steelers? Like, that was embarrassing to lose to the Bills. Out of everyone in the NFL, we lost to the Bills. That's not cool. Oh, what are you doing, Mike Tomlin? What are you doing? But we'll get back to that a little bit later in the stream. Right now, we gotta get into this YouTube stuff. You got YouTube shorts popping off, literally big time, and you got them just feeding. Then you got, that's just a little bit of what we're gonna talk about with the YouTube. You're gonna go fashion, or you speaking fashion. Then you gotta go with gold. Come on now. If you ain't going with gold, I'm talking about gold. I'm talking about gold. Like, what are you doing with yourself? You gotta have some sort of go around. It's like investments also. You gotta get into that type of topics too, because a lot of people out here, y'all ain't investing. Y'all spending your money up, and that's a shame that y'all just spending up, going broke, and continue to live paycheck to paycheck, and wondering why you gotta struggle when you're not even investing. You ain't putting that money in the stocks. You ain't putting that money into Forex. You ain't doing nothing with that. What are you doing with that money? If it's not going to sit there, if you're not going to have any stocks to work for you, and you're going to put that in a bank, all you're going to do is get chunk change from wherever the bank invests in. That's true words. Like, you gotta be willing to literally get out there, jump in the fire, and take some risk. Because you might get hurt, but if you don't take that risk, jumping in the fire and getting in the stocks, what are you doing? Like, for real, what are you doing? Because at the end of the day, we all are working towards financial freedom. Yeah, it takes some of us a lot more harder when you're coming from being homeless to doing it. But at the end of the day, it's still a grind that we're all fully working towards today. And that's what got me here talking to y'all today. If you don't know who I am, you're new to the stream, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, where you from, like what's not city, but state you from, and share it with whoever needs some positive movement in their life, because that's what us light-skinned boys are here for. That's why we're here to talk to you. That's why we are pushing for these grinds. That's why we are going out taking these risks, so y'all gonna see the truth of how everything goes. For yeah, I haven't been going to film videos lately. It's hard not to film videos. I mean, it's hard to film videos when you're trying to overcome social anxiety. All these other creators, a lot of them don't know what social anxiety is, and some are just like me, who have social anxiety and try to keep private. But that's not the way to grind, because we going out there and getting these 9-to-5 jobs, busting our butts, and look what's happening because of the fact went and picked up these $95, busting our butts. We're not living to a paycheck to paycheck ratio. We're still, I will literally say it, it's modern day slavery. All they did was look for, they were forced to pay us because, like, come on now, they hitting us with all these taxes. If you in Pennsylvania, then you know exactly what I mean by they hitting us with taxes. Like, you got 20 different taxes you pay here, like your unemployment, Social Security, your Medicaid. Like, they literally put those in all the jobs taxes that you gotta pay for. Even if you like in low pay, like a lot of these jobs here in PA, especially Pittsburgh, don't go at the minimum rate like everyone should. Like, we getting paid under the minimum rate here. Like, if you are a busser, you are literally you're starting off around $8 an hour here. And it's ridiculous because they just hitting us left to right, not caring about the people themselves. Like, all these people sitting around getting money, becoming multi-millionaires and stuff like that, and they just giving us the chunk change out of that. Like, at the end of the day, we all got families we trying to take care of. We all got loved ones. Not all of us got kids, but we all got nieces, nephews. If you don't got nieces, nephews, you got a god kid, like, or you got your kid. Like, either way it goes, you still fighting for. You still trying to provide for your family. And at the end of the day, what these top CEOs are doing are nothing but taking all the money and giving us like 400 or 500. Some jobs not even that. Some jobs you can work 2 weeks and get paid only $300-$400, and that's ridiculous. Especially like what I see in other people are at that path where you're making that 401k. You're already out there owning homes and stuff like that. It's harder for us especially when you're coming from homeless, because like that's like my main goal is to get a house and make it my forever home, make it my family's forever home, so we don't have to experience what it's like to be homeless ever again. Because I'll tell you right now, that's a true struggle, and it's a job itself. Because when you're, I'll pause that real quick, but when you're out there grinding and the only thing you have is a tent, then every time you go try to get a job, they want an address. They want a phone number. Well, people like me who's tried to get a phone and all they did was cut it off literally 2 days after I got the phone, or a day after I got the phone, which made no sense at all because they're the free government phones, and I'm not doing nothing illegal with that. I was literally trying to use it to go live stream and do to travel with. Really wasn't using it for the phone feature itself. Like, that wasn't my main thing. I still have the phone, and it's off. I can't make no phone calls at all. It's basically like I wanted a camera. That's basically what it is. Just a normal plain Jane camera. But at the end of the day, I also have other stuff. Like, I keep track of, like, if something goes wrong with our daughter while she's in CYF care, we're automatically contacting lawyers. Like, this is why Wi-Fi to me is the best phone. Why, like, y'all can be like, oh, Wi-Fi is not a phone, it's what you use. Well, as long as you have apps like TextNow that are literally made for Wi-Fi calling, and like they just started up their free phone service, which you gotta pay $4.99 for the SIM card. But why would I do that? I could have my number with me everywhere. But in the same sense of reality, like I don't really talk to no one on the phone. If I do go get a job, I usually go in person to check up on my application. So in case there is a hiring manager there, I'm able to literally have an interview right there and bang for it. I've done a 9 to 5 for over 13 years. Like actually longer than that. Like my first job out of high school was a over 21 nightclub. I was still working when I was in school through a work program in my school. But I can't like. I'd rather be doing this where I get to meet other people in like different niches where I get to sit down, talk to y'all, be myself, and not care because of the fact that hey, it's YouTube. They allow you to express yourself, and it doesn't just benefit me from coming on here making these videos. It's benefiting me because it's helping me with my social anxiety. That's the only benefit I see I'm getting out of it. But it's also benefiting people out there who are like me, who have social anxiety, who are afraid to come and jump in front of a camera. Like I've got to work on 2 of the biggest movie sets, like for real. And if you go to the IMBD, you'll see my name. Well, you ain't gonna see Zen, but you'll see. Well, my real name's in there. My real name's Eugene. But if you go to the IMBD and look down all their casts and others and the crew and stuff like that, until you find all the stand-ins, you'll see my name in there. You go over to, and that's for Fences. You go over to Last Flag Flying. If you go into like Last Flag Flying, then you'll see that I was in like actually if you watch Last Flag Flying, you should recognize me from 2 or 3 of the scenes. I'm literally in 2 of the scenes. And I've got to literally have a talk with people like Denzel Washington, Russell Hornsby, Stephen McKinley Henderson. I've got to talk to people like that was from Fences. Over Last Flag Flying, I got to talk to Steve Carell and Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston, coolest dude you ever meet. But throughout those years, I've also got to meet people like Tom Cruise before me and my wife even got together years and years and years ago when I first was homeless. I got to meet Tom Cruise, and literally everyone be saying they're scared of him because of how he talks, how he treats people. That's the falsest I could ever say, because I was homeless and he stopped and took a picture with me and all my friends. And he was just coming out of, this was back when they were filming One Shot, which ended up the name got changed to Jack Reacher. If y'all remember that, then y'all definitely from Pittsburgh, because it was originally going to be called One Shot, not Jack Reacher. But there was some discuss. I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's how that comes into play. But he gave us his leftovers. He took pictures with us, and he was cool as heck. The only reason I could see that people, I mean, that the reason why he gets mad at people is because Tom Cruise is one of those people like me. If I'm out with my family, I don't really want bothered. Like you gotta give the man. Yeah, he's a celebrity. Yeah, he's a multi-millionaire. He's a multi-billionaire or whatever. But at the end of the day, he's still a human being like all of us, who's got emotions, who's got a family that they trying to protect. And yeah, him having celebrity status makes it harder for him because of the fact everyone wants a picture with him. Everyone wants to meet the guy, and he's if you respectfully go up to him and ask him for a picture, like don't come bum rushing him. That's where his security comes into play. Y'all try to bum rush him, and y'all wondering why his security is being mean, why he's being mean. He's not being mean. Y'all are literally invading his personal space. Like I can see the man literally having a mental breakdown when he because of all of it. Leave the man be. Let the man stay in peace and let and be respectful to him. Don't just bum rush him. Ask him politely from a distance. Hey, Mr. Cruz, can I take a picture with you? Now we coming into that topic talking about Tom Cruise. Congrats to his daughter for getting accepted into Carnegie Mellon University. That's a good school for like. That's a talent school. If you got talent in business, you got talent in art, you got talent in cooking, you got talent in anything like that. CMU, Carnegie Mellon University, is the way to go. And I'm sorry, she picked the right school, especially here in Pittsburgh. But we're gonna get out of that topic, and we're gonna jump a little bit over back to these Steelers boys. Hold on. Let me pull up. I don't know how to do the screen links or stuff like that. How I can get this over to there so y'all can see it too. But I'm gonna look up some stuff. Let's see. Now, if we go and check, that's, yeah. We let them kick field goals. Freaking field goals to win. And who was our quarterback? Oh my goodness. Who the heck was our quarterback for this game? Oh my goodness. That's not something I wanted to see. Look, pedestrians and Steelers. Then you got Russell Wilson who's literally talking smack on the fans. What? What? This is crazy. He's out here literally thinking he could play for one of the best teams. And what? Oh, this ain't gonna be good for the Steelers season. Y'all let me know in the comments. Is that something y'all would like me to? Well, comments over here for me. I don't know where they are for you, but comments over here for me. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about the Steelers, or what team y'all rooting for to take it all the way to the Super Bowl this year. This is crazy. You got people like Russell Wilson, who just because he's married to Sierra, who's also a retired musician, that you can come to this city and talk smack on our fans. Yeah, he's going to end up getting booted and booed out of the stadium. I can see it happening. And I praise, thank you, Bill Cowher, for literally going in on Russell Wilson. Like, and then I'm another thing. I'm sorry to say it, but Bill Cowher should be our should come out of retirement and be our coach. Get rid of Mike Tomlin. He's won us like what, one or two since Bill left, and then went on to a losing streak. He's on a losing streak. He's a loser. I'm sorry. It's not. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just the fact when I see the city I grew up for 33 years taking downfalls because you got people just acting up, acting a fool. You got this new generation that's not caring about people's lives. You got so much negativity in this world that is eating up, and there should be no reason why we should have to be dealing with any of this, especially when we're already going through an inflation. We're already going through a soon-to-be war crisis with either Russia or China, because they don't know the understand of we want peace and sovereignty. People want peace and sovereignty. Oh, just because Ukraine wants to join NATO, let's threaten everyone with nukes. Putin sounds dumb. Even saying so, even thinking of doing that sounds like the dumbest president on this fucking planet. And I know y'all can hate me for what I'm about to say, but I don't think there should be no presidents. I think the King of England should be running the world. Look at the people over in England. They're so peaceful, they're so nice, they're so mature. They're always on the grind. Like, look at them. Shoot. You got people from the UK who making big major steps up from all these other places in the world. Look at the UK. You got KSI and the Sidemen. You've got so many. I don't know exploring with Josh if he's from UK, but if he is, you got him. You got so many other people who are literally out here pushing, grinding, and doing this on a day-to-day basis. So they don't ever have to work for anyone else in their life. But not just that, but when you making these videos, don't take it as, oh, it's a job. No, take it as you are literally building the memories for your kids to look back, your great grandkids to look back on you and get on and literally say, oh, you were making moves back then. You were literally out there busting your butt, grinding. No, I was leaving these memories for you to see how it was back in my day. So you to see that if I made any mistakes, it's all going to be documented on film and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to build up there to where I can have my own personal videographer to follow me around. That'd be awesome. But until then, I gotta keep on grinding the way I grind, going out and finding a slave 9-to-5 job, busting my butt, putting the money in stocks, trying to set up for my kids' future that way. And that's another thing where I'm going with it. This, y'all probably thinking, oh, you got a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. There's no way you ain't got no money. You got a computer. There's no way you ain't got no money. You got all this stuff. There's no way. Guess what? Can I tell y'all? I can be 100% honest with y'all. I got it all. Well, I not all of it, but most of it, including the PC, including the monitors. Let's see, TVs, the vacuums, that poster, most of our dishes, most of the books, the furniture we got right now. That didn't come from me buying it. Shoot, I wish I could say that that came from me buying it, but I spent over a little bit over a year homeless, and it's not the coolest thing to deal with. Like you're dealing with having to wake up, making sure no one wasn't in your camp. If your camp is sectioned off, make sure no one was in your camp. Make sure no one was stealing stuff from your camp. You got to look at um, keeping your area clean. You got to look at keeping yourself clean. Where there's resources out there like Unity Recovery that I do believe is in multiple places, but they got Unity Recovery. They got so many other different places that you can. I know we used to have this place called Oliver Bath House where you were also able to go take a shower if you were homeless. Uh, there's so many resources out there, and it's like people just don't utilize them, and it's sad. Or they get hooked on to all the all the big time drugs, and they ruin their life for what? Because they wanted that next hit, they wanted that next bump. I've watched people overdose. I've revived people with Narcan. It is one of the most heartfelt things, like watching these people just destroy their lives. And it's because of the fact they had to force to become homeless. And you might say, hey, well, these people aren't homeless. There's no way. Don't judge a book by its cover, because even though I was homeless, I still had Nike. I still had Jordans. I still had cool clothes that I was finding from college kids throwing away stuff, or or people leaving their stuff in a laundromat for too long that the laundromat cleaner would throw it away after it sat for days upon days. Like y'all don't understand. This is most of my clothes is nothing but from trash. Like it's not from me going out there and doing anything illegal. No, I was out there trying to survive when I was homeless. From like making sure I had something to eat on a day to day basis, making sure my wife had something to eat on a day to day basis, making sure we had clean clothes. That means going out there having a panhandle or busk to literally bring in money so we could literally go do one or two laundry of clothes. Then making sure you get on that shower list at probably Unity Recovery or whatever bathhouse that's helping y'all. Um, it's this constant battle that you're dealing with on a day to day that it goes around, and you never know like how it's going to play out on a day because you don't know how the weather's going to affect. You don't know. Like this is why I was like, okay, I see so many people turning their the things they do for things they love to do and making a career with it through TikTok, through YouTube, through Twitch. And I'm like, if we could just make this our full time job, which we are hoping this could be our full time job by the end of either this year or whatever, or next, or by the middle of next year. We're hoping we could get itself to this part in the day where we can have this as a full-time job because we love being on YouTube. We're all constantly on YouTube. We're always constantly just watching people like Mr. Beast, FaZe Rug. We'll keep on saying the Brawadis. We'll keep on watching people like the Wall Street Trapper or who is it? Who is it? Forget. Forget his name. How do I forget his name? I was just watching him earlier. History. Go people to like Ryan Trahan. He's doing wild stuff. Then you've got All About. I don't really watch boxing. The People's Profiles. Let's see. Skill Invest. Joshua Mayos is one of the main ones that literally made me think of making this into an actual job. I would like to do something like Ryan Trahan did, where he turned a penny into a house. Yeah, it took him a month, but he still did it. Or how to turn, like, I would love to do some of this stuff, but those ain't the people I want. Where's it at? Where's it at? The beginner guide to stocks. There, yeah. FaZe Rug, yeah. Michelle Carr, John Millionaire. Interesting facts. Let's see. Yuri Van Hofwagen. I always get his name. A little up there and messed up, but hey, I still return. Then you got people like Arab and some of his Arab uncut stuff. Like you gotta think nowadays. Like these are your top creators, and what are they doing to be successful with their life? Like there's no reason why we should be down struggling. Most of us should be down struggling this much that you can't even get out of the tight hole. But that's what happens with most of these. It's sad. It's really sad. And then you got YouTube Shorts, which is literally outblowing everyone, outblowing them, getting 40, $50 million on 50 million views easily. 1.5 million. My one video, my me and Walter's one video got over 5,000 views, and we literally almost had a heart attack because of the fact we've never seen that many views on any of our videos. And it's appreciative to see that y'all are watching, y'all are paying attention to what we are saying, and yeah, y'all can, if y'all have any debate with anything we say, we ask y'all to put it right here in the comment. Yeah, like I said, for over here, this is where the comments is for me. So that's what I'm seeing right now is where the comments at. Put it in the comments. I guarantee you, we will answer. We always answer anyone who comments. We don't care if it's good or negative. Comment, like, subscribe, ring that bell notification. And you know how we say it. Don't forget to shoot, smoke, smile. Let's get it. But it's your boys in AKA Gamma. We will get back to you tomorrow afternoon. And always remember the light skin for the win. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go.